Hello everybody, hope everybody is doing well today. Well, I want to give my takes with this massive shooting that took place in New Zealand, 49 people dead, and it was in a mosque, basically is what happened. And let's just talk about the truth of what's really going on. You see, folks, what this really implies, believe it or not, is that diversity, multiculturalism, and this whole idea of different types of people living together is failing. It delivers conflicts. It delivers troubleshooting. It delivers violence. It delivers de facto segregation. It delivers differences of political opinions, as you are seeing it here in the state of Nevada. It doesn't work. And because of the mainstream media and the education establishment, we are told this lie that different cultures have to come together and mix. And it doesn't work. People are frustrated. They are frustrated when different cultures are not like them in terms of language, in terms of habits, in terms of way of life, and imposing these things on other people. People are getting sick. Socioeconomic differences lead to a lot of issues. But this entire global agenda is to take all the Western societies and mix them up with multiple amounts of culture. Well, guess what? It's failing. And we're going to see more of this as time moves along. But this notion, this entire insanity that is being imposed only on Western societies, whether it's New Zealand, whether it's Las Vegas, whether it's London, Paris, the Yellow Vest, Berlin, and the list goes on. So let's see what this video has to say.
It started in the main room because the shooter must have come through the hallway.
They are us. The person who has perpetuated this violence against us is not.
Okay, well, I was hoping to really snatch some propaganda, but the real question is, why the hell is even a mass number of Islamic folks or even allowed in New Zealand in the first place? These tiny collection of islands doesn't really need all those kinds of people. And what it really is just a bunch of people who basically couldn't make it in their home countries, and all they need is to come to other countries, bring in their same ideologies, tank those countries, and get government assistance programs. Now, make no mistake, not all Muslims are necessarily from the Muslim world. Muslim people can actually be white. But the way the mainstream media likes to spin this off, he likes to spin it off to the point like, oh, okay, well, the reason why there's mosque attack is because it's about racial prejudice. So it's a white guy shooting and killing brown folks, which is what they really want to tell you. And I believe, I wouldn't be surprised, believe it or not, is that this is really, really about propaganda for gun control. It's about telling everybody that, oh, well, the guns were bad. If we had gun control, this wouldn't have happened. Even though the guy could have taken his car and killed many people, or he could have bombed the place, God knows what. But it's all about fear-mongering, telling you that it's those evil white people, their ideology, their anti-immigration agenda, they're neo-Nazi, they're Trump supporters, they want to preserve their culture, all this whatever BS nonsense. And again, the media tries to do all this, in my opinion, is largely due to the fact so they can spread fear, they can get more ad support, they can generate more revenue, and they want to instigate more fear to make our president and many other similar politicians look bad. And I believe this is largely due to obviously complicate the Yellow Vest movement, the Brexit movement, and every other person that has anxiety and fear over immigration. Well, the real problem, in my opinion, is the media. And that's why I believe the media is the largest enemy of the American people. They're the real dividers. They're the ones that are instigating fear. They're the ones that are obviously pumping up these horrible politicians that bring in these bad policies and divide our country, to divide the vote. And then when there's all this fear, people are frustrated. And when people don't have a voice, like myself, you see how the legislator ignores me, this increases the chances of many other people to instigate violence because people are left out. It's kind of like how a child is neglected through foster care, when families split, when they're not in a high socioeconomic level. These deliver a lot of problems. And this is what you have to really understand. So the real divider is the media, and the real problem is our politicians bringing these immigration laws that create chaos. And by the way, diversity is not the end goal. I wouldn't be too surprised if the goal ultimately is to turn New Zealand and many other Western countries into Islamic societies, which is why they're pumping this nonsense. But anyway, this tells you that, believe it or not, diversity is a failure. It leads to conflict. And sadly, our society continues to support it. We should not support it. We should take this time to point out that usually homogeneous societies are the way to go. So as you can see here, well, they don't really talk about this guy's ideology here, but I will assure you that they will attack this man's ideology and they will try to put a lot of us into that camp. And by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if they will create fake and false accusations of people. Think about that. That they will obviously censor our Facebook accounts, and then when they get our information, they can send police to our doors and accuse us for things that we didn't even do. Think about that. All right, everybody, take care, spread this video, and I'll have more updates to come.